Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, The Trusted Advocate. My name is Caleb, and today I want to talk to you about how to succeed as a case manager. As a case manager, there are 5 things you need to know. Number 1, you need to know your role as a case manager. To know your role as a case manager, you must first know what you are not. For example, we are not therapists, we are not psychologists, we are not psychiatrists, we are not social workers. And we, as hard as it is to say this, we're not their friends, right? And I think knowing what you are not helps establish good boundaries, professional boundaries that are necessary to be a good case manager. Now, what we are, case managers are what I like to call chief advocates for individuals that may have intellectual or developmental disabilities. Now, as a case manager, some of the things we do perform as a case manager, we are advocates. We do coordinate services for our individuals. We do find resources, supports to kind of better assist them. We do facilitate meetings. We coordinate services with providers, things of that nature. We ultimately ensure the people on our caseloads health and safety to ensure that they can live a meaningful life. Now, as a case manager, we will also develop treatment plans or service plans or individualized service plans, which is essentially developing a plan specific for that individual or each individual on your caseload that identifies their medical history, their social upbringing, their behaviors. Maybe it's a behavior history they have, maybe medications. We list out services and supports that might better assist them and help facilitate the meaningful lives that they desire to live. Maybe it's employment, maybe they want to work. So all of these things are going to be found in their service plan, their individualized service plan, to help them live a meaningful life. And as a case manager, that is a part of your role. The second thing you need to know is your job requirements. What is the job requirements of a case manager? Now, be it if you're with a local government agency, you're working for a nonprofit company or a private company, you have to know what your job requirements are. You need to know how many people are going to be on your caseload. For me, I know it's between carrying a caseload anywhere from 23 to 25 individuals. At my previous job, it was between 40 and 50 people on my caseload. How often are we expected to contact these individuals? How are we to contact these individuals? Are we contacting them by phone? Are we contacting them by email? How often are we required to see them in person? We need to know what the requirements are for our job as a case manager. And each job is going to be different and have their own requirements. And it is important and essential that you find out what those requirements are, so that you can ensure that you are doing your job, and not only doing your job, but doing your job well. Now, part of knowing your requirements is to know your job description. I would strongly encourage you to get your job description, whatever it was listed from the job posting when you applied. Get that, review it, learn it, so you know exactly what is expected of you, so you can know how to do your job and to do your job well. Number 3 is going to be to know the individuals on your caseload. Whether it's 23 people or 40 people or 50 people, you need to learn your individuals on your caseload. So when you first start as a case manager, it is essential that you learn the individuals on your caseload. So when you actually go to meet them for the first time, you're not asking questions that can be easily found in their case files or their electronic health record. One way you can learn them is review their individualized service plan or plan of service or whatever they may call it where you work. You want to get familiar with that, because typically in those individual service plans, they're going to have a list of all of that individual's social history, their medical history, their family upbringing, their behaviors, if they have any behaviors that you need to be aware of. They're going to list patterns, hospitalizations, family members, legal guardians, things of that nature. It's going to list all that information in there, which is important for you so that when you're coming in there, you're not asking some of the questions that can be easily identified in those service plans, and you come in looking more like you've done your homework, you are invested in their success, and you also come in looking like a professional. And you don't come in looking like this is just another job for you, right? So you want to familiarize yourself with the individuals on your caseload. I would strongly encourage you to do this. And families also look at you in a bright light, and they tend to like you better when you already know a little bit about them, as opposed to coming in to their homes in many cases and not knowing anything about them and just asking questions that's already documented in their case file or electronic health record. So I would strongly encourage you to learn your caseload. Number 4 is going to be know how to communicate. Now, this one I can't stress how important it is to communicate as a case manager. This is still something that I'm learning each and every day as a case manager, but you want to make sure you communicate with the individuals on your caseload and their family members or whoever is coordinating their services, whether it's a legal guardian, power of attorney. You want to make sure you communicate. If they call you, you want to make sure you answer. If you're not able to answer, you want to return that call within 48 hours. If they send you an email, you want to respond almost immediately. If you get letters, respond to letters, whatever the case may be. But the main thing is you want to communicate, because you want to convey that they are important, they're a child or whoever the individual is, that you take it seriously and that they are important to you. And you want to also establish a good relationship with them. One thing I've learned, when you communicate effectively and often, the families tend to like you more. So communication is essential with being a case manager. Communicate. I will also say part of communication is being patient as well, because in this line of work as case managers, in many cases, you are these individuals' only advocate in their lives. In some situations, the individual may not have a mom or dad that are involved, and you might be their only advocate. So you might get a lot of animosity to say coming towards you from these individuals. But I would strongly encourage you not to take it personal. The reason you don't take it personal is because a lot of these people have been mistreated, mishandled, mismanaged in the past, and they want to know that you have their best interests at heart. So you can't take anything personal. So I would strongly encourage you as a case manager not to take anything personal. If you take things personal, then this might not be the field you want to be in. You need to have patience. If you don't have any patience as a case manager, you're going to learn patience. So I would strongly encourage you to know how to communicate. It is an art. Patience is a virtue, and patience is also an art. So you have to learn how to communicate. If you don't know how to do that, I would encourage you, maybe you need to read some audiobook, listen to some audiobooks, or read some books and learn the art of communication. Okay, the 5th thing you need to know how to do is know how to follow through. If you say you're going to do something, you need to do it exactly how you said you're going to do it, when you said you were going to do it, because nothing ruins a relationship with an individual on your caseload or the family member of an individual on your caseload when you don't follow through with what you said you were going to do. If you say you're going to have a meeting with them on Friday at 10 a.m., you need to be there. If you say you're going to call them back within 24 hours, you need to call them back. If you say you're going to locate medical doctors for them. Within a week, you need to have a list of medical doctors ready to go. You always want to follow through what you say you're going to do, and you want to over deliver if possible. If they ask you for a list of day program options, if they say, can you send me a list of 3 day program options, send them a list of 5, right? You always want to follow through how you said you're going to follow through, when you said you were going to follow through, and you want to be punctual with your follow through, because again, nothing ruins a relationship quicker than breaking a promise. And if saying you're going to do something is essentially like promising to individuals and their family members, so you don't want to ruin those relationships. So you want to follow through all the time with what you're going to say. Now, granted, things do happen, life happens, something may come up and you're not able to follow through with what you said you're going to do. Communicate, just like we just talked about. Number 4, communicate. Send them an email, send them a text, phone call, preferably a phone call, and just let them know what's going on. 9 times out of 10, most individuals or most family members are going to be understanding. They know that life happens, and then you'll just reschedule or come up with a plan on how we're going to address whatever their concern was. So communication is the key, and follow through with what you said you were going to do. Those are the 5 things that you need to know as a case manager. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button right here, and share it with somebody. Maybe it's somebody that you know that's graduating with a degree in psychology, whether it's an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree. Share this with them. It might provide some insight and help them make a decision on becoming a case manager. So thank you so much for watching to this point, and until next time, peace.